more 50-50 matches we're gonna see today, and it's the first time that I've really seen this Mags Up roster with these new players, Diagram and Av. I think I saw like a scrim or something of them early on. I really like this roster combination. The brothers playing with each other. Avenue just won that Ubernick Octagon $750 tournament, which I think, hey, going up against some crazy talented players. Obviously the talent's there. His brother Diagram, they have that connection with each other, part of that triplets that have just been taken over the HCS stream. And then everyone knows who Kratos and Ace are. These guys are veterans throughout the scene. Both have had incredible results, and Ace winning the global championships in Halo 4, making that $100,000. So there's a lot of talent on this Mags Up roster, but Going Rogue, you can never count these guys out. An explosive roster themselves.
Yeah, Going Rogue is an interesting one. You know, you have Tony 2 Turn 2, I believe is still recovering from that broken arm, like from snowboarding. Like, I remember back in Charlotte, like my man was still in a sling and somehow still frying people despite having that injury. Envor, who's nothing but passion, from Big Team Battle to Team Slayer to HCS, doesn't matter what playlist he's playing, the man's the real deal. And then you have Parzelli, who also, like Tony 2 Turns, is from the Call of Duty scene, and Arctic, who was that glue player from Fnatic, one of the more dangerous players on the squad.
Parzelli able to take down Ace as he swung into action.
Double kill.
He's gonna swing into the death screen alongside all his teammates. It's about to be a 4-down situation for Mags Up. Avenue needs to stay alive and keep that C-spawn within pressure. Unfortunately, Mags Up knows the play. Look at how they fall down, and Going Rogue, although they've been getting all these kills, Tony, they haven't really been getting a lot of time. Finally a 4 down. Maybe they can finally get some time on the board.
Yeah, they definitely want to prioritize this first hill. You know, a lot of players are going to really focus on the C side of the map, you know, controlling that C flag, controlling that glass, and that kind of leads into the long haul hill as well. So usually, I would say lots of times, if you take the first hill, it can lead you to set up for the second hill, and things can get really bad. So I want to see Going Rogue answer back and slay Mags Up and get them out of the C side of the map. As I say that, Kratos does end up getting stuck. Avenue finds himself in towards that hill. He's in a fight all the way through the seaside like we talked about, while the final seconds are being accumulated on the bottom mid hill.
Just a tiny bit more time needed for Mags Up, but they're just not getting the kills to facilitate that hill pressure. Ace and Kratos trying to team up to break through that long haul, but suddenly time is playing an important factor. It might get to desperation time. Diagram's in the hill, but he has to leave before he can get any time. The kills are going trade for trade. Onboard's gonna try to stop Kratos. This one's so close for Mags Up, but they just can't get to the promised land. They just can't get inside the square.
Envor getting the melee onto Kratos, then dropping down right into the hill. Might be enough time for them to steal it. They win Rogue as they take away the first hill and automatically moving in for that second one as well. I know that Ace is moving into position onto the glass side, but it looks like Going Rogue or where his positioning as well.
He's trying to break through into this long haul. So close to getting that first hill, but having it stripped away. Those moments can change games, but it also can show the kind of fortitude a team can have as how they respond to losing a closely contested hill. Do they answer back immediately in this second hill? With Camouflage coming up, Going Rogue has the better position, but they have more to worry about. They have to ensure that Mags Up doesn't get to this camo in time, and Envor is going to be the player that gets right into those front lines, finding a kill on Av, and Going Rogue starting to go home with this game. This is looking more and more likely to go in their favor. They're getting kill after kill, camos in their hands. I mean, Going Rogue is just dominating thus far.
I feel like we just saw Arctic throughout, like, damaging maybe 4 different players, and the way he was moving around the map was very snipe down-esque, like going from cover to cover. You saw him in the long side use that little small box to block the line of sight from glass. You saw him when he dropped down use the triple stacks, use the camel corner wall. Like, he always had a bit of cover to play around. It was just kind of poking out, hitting shots. It was really fun to watch right there. Great fundamental play out of Arctic, and now we're seeing Anvor. Yeah, you know what? Grappling right into batteries, that's fundamental too, right, Tool? That's out of your playbook.
Yeah, you know what? That is right in my playbook. Underneath I'm putting about page 27 over there. He's got a little grapple off, able to get that kill. I mean, Anvor, I feel like he's taking his teamsake's name. He's saying, hey, I'm going rogue, as he constantly is pushing into the face of this Mags Up roster. But hey, it's working, Tony. They're getting themselves to 3 before Mags Up. Mags Up doesn't even have a hill. This game's just getting out of control.
Well, I mean, luckily for Mags Up, I don't see a world where Going Rogue gonna play 3 minutes 18 seconds worth of Slayer on this particular hill. It's so out of the way. So they're gonna be in the hill. The timer will be stopped while they're in it. Same for Mags Up. The problem for Mags Up is that you still have to deal with Going Rogue, who have been slaying you out at every single turn. It's been really tough to watch here, especially because we know how good this Mags Up roster can be. Camouflage coming up. Going Rogue might be pulled out of their position to go for it. Maybe Mags Up can use that as bait and be able to slay them out, or Arctic gets himself a free active camo. And just everything working in favor of Going Rogue at the moment.
And these camo plays have been a big difference maker too, and just restricting access to Mags Up at the end of the day is going to be a big difference maker. Avenue's gonna go swimming. It's up to Kratos, as he has to survive the onslaught, but he's just not going to be able to contest it in time. It's a clean sweep, and it was a shaky first hill that eventually went in their favor, and from there they took that momentum and they scored another 3 in a row, 4-0. What a performance from this team.
Yeah, I mean, Going Rogue definitely putting us all on notice. When it comes to King of the Hill recharge, they are dominant in that game number 1, and really nothing really to look back at that Mags Up roster in that game number 1. But the question becomes is, are they just that good at King of the Hill recharge, or are they that much better? This live fire Slayer is going to be able to answer a lot of questions when it comes to this series. Hopefully Mags Up can bounce back and be competitive.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough road ahead for this Mags Up roster, but the talent's there, right? We know that. Kratos had that. He placed second at the first ever World Championships in Halo 5 and has consistently built himself rosters that do overperform people's expectations. Ace is that global 1v1 champion. Avenue quickly making names for himself, winning that Ubernicked Octagon. And Diagram has had opportunities that many players would absolutely kill for because of the talent that he has and the potential that he can unlock. This is a team that can go far, that has all the tools to make something happen. They just need to put it together. And don't get too frustrated early on in the process, because this is essentially a new team. Sometimes the first week it can be a little bit rocky. I like to see these series as learning moments, as building opportunities for rosters.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned everybody on the roster, because not only is it Avenues and Diagram stock rising fast, but people were questioning Ace's ability to be able to keep up in the Slays department. And then towards that latter half of season 1, he starts grabbing power weapons like the Heat Wave and the Sniper Rifle. You see how dangerous he can be when he started to stuff that stat sheet. And then Kratos is one of the better, back players, and one of the better players that blocking spawns and being like a turret on one side of the map and manipulating those spawns. So this is a team that's built for success. We just gotta see them put it to work. Tony 2 turned, was able to get away with that Sniper Rifle, was able to put it to work immediately. Arctic down to 1 shot on the cuts, and Tony can't quite find the exact angle he's looking for to cover him, but he backs down. Anvor gets away with the overshot. A 4-1 start for Going Rogue. Mags Up gonna be trapped onto the Charlie side, and even a split spawner coming into green. Kratos spawning by himself. This is unfortunate for him.
Yeah, there's nothing Kratos can do in that situation. He just comes off spawn, moves forward a couple feet, and he's already feeling the pressure, and with no help, his life is instantly shredded apart. And Going Rogue are just continuing on where they left off. Game 1 was firmly in their favor so far. The Slays going the same in game 2. There's just nothing Mags Up can do, and what we're seeing is a lot of separated fights, right? Ace is at the back in tower. Kratos is at cuts and the other 2 players over by B, like out of these fights. They need to get together and get a coherent team shot going if they're going to take down this Going Rogue roster.
I love how it's the former Call of Duty players that are showing off right now. 7 of the team's 9 kills coming out of Parzelli and Tony 2 at the moment here. 9-3 start coming out of Going Rogue. Envoy coming in with the heat wave, bringing the heat, but Ace not gonna have any part of that. Gets the kill and then backs right back toward the safety of his team, and now Going Rogue end up going 3 down. Bags up right back in it. Arctic forced to drop the shadows and try to get out of that situation. Avenue gonna make it a double shadow realm right as the overshield's coming up.
Avenue able to get Parzelli as his way comes, but they still have plenty to overcome. These next rounds of slays are going to be vital for Mags Up, and what I really want to see is just a coherent strategy on where they're going to value the map, right? And it looks like tower side's going to be that play. If they're going to play tower side, I want to see them consistently stick to that plan, work around their home, find these kills, and keep Going Rogue on the respawn screen. Going Rogue is not a patient team, right? If you slow the game down and force them to play into you, I think you have a much better chance at finding some 3-4 down opportunities.
Switching the 12 lead in favor of Going Rogue, and Parzelli winning himself yet another gunfight right there. Big plays across the board, but Ace down to 1 shot, not gonna allow that heat wave to enter the hands of Going Rogue. They have too much going on as it is. Envoy chasing the player over towards the top mid side, going right back in after Diagram. That's one heck of a nade if I've ever seen one. Now going after his twin brother in Avenue, who goes right up to Sandbags, and looks like he had the help he was looking for. So great play by Avenue and Mags Up, but it doesn't mean much when Parzelli answers with a double kill, takes away that sniper rifle. Mags Up go 4 down once again, and now they're getting shredded off a spawn.
Kratos is stuck at back tower waiting for his teammates to come help, but Arctic is going to be able to find one, and Diagrams make the 1 shot. This is looking devastating for the side of Mags Up, but that Shroud Screen going to save their heads for now as Parzelli has to back down with this sniper, but just as soon as he backed down, he's back into the fight, finding bodies, clipping his way through this lobby.
This game really starting to get out of hand here. Going Rogue are really putting separation in the scoreboard. They've now gotten a double-digit lead at the moment, and Parzelli is taking height with the sniper rifle. Luckily for Mags Up, there's only 1 bullet in. I guess the unlucky part is that you're still Going Rogue are still going off at the moment. Let's see if we put that final sniper rifle shot to work. This is the sniper. Gonna end up paying for that one. Envoy hits a ninja somehow on the kill feed. I didn't see exactly how that one happened, but he's still going. Takes down 2 by himself right after the ninja. Beautifully played by Envoy. Now Mags Up might just get trapped over toward the back A side of the map.
You know, I think Envoy knew exactly what he wanted to do right there. He instantly hunted down that player, and every kill that goes untraded is just a back-breaking result for this Mags Up roster. They need to find a clean 3 or 4 down, but that just hasn't been the case in this game, as they're constantly finding trades. And you know, trades are fine right now, but you're gonna realize that you're quickly gonna run out of time. You're quickly gonna run out of opportunities to give up deaths in this game, as Going Rogue is just getting closer and closer to closing out game 2.
And it's really tough, you know. I'm looking at the scoreboard, and maybe 6-11 is a slight outlier from Diagram, but nobody's like being like this giant anchor on Mags Up, you know. Like nobody's like completely falling behind. It's just like Going Rogue are simply just slaying out. You know, you have 11-6 out of Envoy, 12-7 out of Parzelli, and even if you just like look at the eyeball test and how aggressive Going Rogue are being and how much they're setting the pace here on live fire. Like it just, like I said, it's nothing seemingly going Mags Up way. It's not even like them playing bad Halo. It's just Going Rogue simply playing better.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference in this game is when we look at the entry frags. When it's 4v4, who's falling on the map first? And Mags Up are just struggling at finding that first pick and forcing Going Rogue to play on their back foot. Instead, it's constantly Mags Up who have to be reacting to the pushes of Going Rogue. And it's just resulting in the score that we're seeing now, and it's not gonna close down as Going Rogue is just one step closer to finishing this game. We're gonna have to see some miracle play if this is gonna result in anything other than Going Rogue going up 2-0 in our series.
I don't know if I'm a believer, man. I'm not sure. Arctic off the screen gets himself a huge double kill, putting him within 5 kills of taking this game. Parzelli once again getting away with the sniper rifle. Kratos gonna be able to avoid that headshot with the sniper, making it to bottom mid. Arctic down to 1 shot, but eventually Ace gets himself a kill, so it's still doable. Takes down Envor. Parzelli though answers right back, taking down Ace, even able to get the body shot, sniper rifle shot onto another, and just like that, 3 more kills for Going Rogue. Mags up, starting to wake up just a bit.
And the problem is there's just not enough leeway in this game. Having to find so many kills that just cannot be traded out is a tough ask and an objective, and even a harder ask in Slayer, where players are just constantly ensuring that they have each other's helps. You're gonna have to see back-to-back team wipes and firm control of a map if you're gonna see a different result. But Envor is gonna clean up the last 2 as he sends Kratos off the map for the final kill.
A big 16 and 10 out of Parzelli. I believe I saw Tony 2 turn though, with I want to say maybe it might have been like 15 and 9 as well, right behind him on that one. So big slays across the board out of Parzelli and Tony 2 turn in that game number 2. I talked about the question being in that game number 2 was Going Rogue just a really good King of the Hill recharge team, or were they really that guys coming into the series? And game 2, it was, I honestly, out of 50 to 39, it's not as dominant as the eyeball test was. Like, let's be honest, Going Rogue had control that entire time. And if somebody would have told me that was a spectacular, I would have believed them.
Yeah, I love this from Envor in particular. Look how, like, he has a clear idea where Diagram was, and he just went hunting. And that's the kind of action that this Going Rogue roster has consistently shown and has made the difference in this game, right? They're not letting this Mags Up roster stay alive. The second they know someone's position, it's on site. They're going in. They're trying to find those kills. They're instigating fights. And that's where Mags Up, I think they have to find a way to deal with that offensive pressure. You have to find a way to still play slow, because I think that's the right play, right? Playing slow isn't necessarily bad, but you have to ensure that you're baiting them into bad positions. And Envor, when you saw him push, he went through a ton of open ground, but there's just nothing there to punish him, right? And there's just no punishing play from Mags Up. If they can find a way to punish some of these aggressive pushes from Going Rogue, I think there's a real opportunity where they can get themselves right back in this series.
Both of these teams 2 rounds away from making it into Thursday's top 12 matchup. Will it be Mags Up getting swept so far in this series, or can they answer back with just 1, if not 2? Maybe set us to a game 5 and maybe pull off the reverse sweep. We already saw 1 on stream earlier. Why not see another?
He's using that shroud screen to stay alive, juggling some equipment as he gets his shroud screen back. Love to see him making sure that nothing can go into the enemy's hands. For the first time, I feel like we saw Mags Up get some great opening kills, but it didn't result in any points, right? We're still seeing this Going Rogue roster have control of the map, have control of the strongholds, and that is something that needs to change. And for the first time, we're seeing a 3-4 down go in the favor of Mags Up. And how do they apply pressure from this position? Ace and Diagram get a little pleasant over at C. This is going to be a huge fight that they need to come out on top of.
I love how you said the first time, because it might be the first time this game, but to be honest, it feels like it might only be the 2nd or 3rd time so far in this series. That's how dominant Going Rogue has been, and just staying alive and making sure that they're winning their individual and their team battles. Seeing some life out of Mags Up. Ace able to chase down 1 and get him right off. I thought Diagram were going to be able to finish off that Bravo side, but somehow a player Going Rogue was able to trade out their life and get the reset. Ace forced to play this out, and there we go. Finally see a double cap in favor of Mags Up, and they're not out of it just yet. maybe Strongholds is the game type that they were looking for. Maybe this is one of their bread and butters and maybe the start of something magical so far this series.
Rockets coming up. Kratos is going to be the first player to try to get on that grab, but Envor immediately shut him down, and you're starting to see a huge battlefield full of bodies at bottom mid, as that Rocket's going to be the most important aspect to this game. Arctic to the back. Diagram needs to win the big fight. The Stalker rifle helps, so. And look at that, conserving his ammo too, knowing that the ammo capacity was halved in this red gun, switching over to that VR, ensuring that he has as maximum red gun shots as possible.
And then putting it to work immediately right after taking down Envor, clearing out the seaside by himself. His teammates having a lot of trust in Diagram to take these 1v1s with that Stalker rifle, and because of that, they're able to take down Charlie. They're able to take over Bravo as well, and you're seeing Mags Up start to push up onto the Alpha side. But as I say that, they do go 3 down, and it looks like Going Rogue are gonna position themselves over toward the arcade side.
That's a tough one for Ace right there, having that that Sentinel beam. You always feel like you're gonna win those close fights, but just not able to get that melt that he needed. And Diagram comes up to team up with Kratos. They're gonna be able to break through A, and I'm surprised that Going Rogue doesn't put up more resources to fighting over towards that A site. Instead, they send Parzelli into C. They're gonna try to transfer C, but this is a dangerous proposition to play when you have a red gun on the map. It looks like they are gonna be successful. A successful counter rotation, but ooh, I felt like maybe there was an opportunity for this Going Rogue roster to punish that play.
Mags Up have the lead right now, but it's Going Rogue with that double cap that's gonna take the lead with an Avenue. Sliding all the way toward the bottom seaside, almost able to stay alive, but he's gonna be hunted down. As I say that, we down fall for Going Rogue with Mags Up having the numbers. They're gonna try to take over Bravo. Arctic though, with a huge win on Diagram. That's gonna net him a triple kill. Shot through the heart of Mags Up. Rocket launcher coming up. Envor gonna play with it because of it, and now we're seeing some momentum start to shift in favor of Going Rogue as they pick up that rocket launcher once again. Diagram goes down, and what a play by Arctic and Going Rogue.
Yeah, sometimes plays have bigger impacts than you can even think. That triple kill, not only did it, you know, obviously gets 3 players off the map, but it also gave them that straight line A through C when Rockets were coming up. It makes it an easy grab, and then it just translates into a couple more kills going in their favor. And it's plays like that, that triple kill, that can absolutely start to blow a game open.
Envor's gonna be taken down over towards ATM. Arctic gonna swap out that, I want to say he had the side here. We're gonna swap that out for the Sentinel beam. Takes down Ace, the backsmack out of nowhere for Avenue as he takes down one in the shadows and is able to secure Arcade as well. So well played by Avenue, not down just yet. Envor gonna chuck some nades over towards his former teammate. Finally, Avenue goes down, but can Going Rogue steal away Bravo? It looks like they will.
We'll keep scoring in this game on board. It's on that front line, but it's all coming down to Arctic versus Ace, and Arctic's gotten the big kills when they matter the most. Yeah, he might not be stuffing the stat sheet right now, but when it's been critical, he's come up with some big moments, and Parzelli follows it up. Ab not able to stay alive. C staying in the hands of Going Rogue.
At one point, Mags Up did have the lead so far in this game, but Going Rogue have been able to bounce back since that triple kill out of Arctic, and now with Rockets coming up, if Going Rogue is able to get a hold of it, it can be devastating here for Mags Up. Mags Up really needs to focus up on getting this rocket launcher and focus up on getting Envor out of their base. Man's wreaking havoc. Mags Up gonna fall 3 down. Kratos, the final player alive. Diagram off of spawn over towards the red room. Gonna have to retreat towards the safety of the subway side, but how safe are you when Rockets and Stalker Rifle are in the hands of Going Rogue?
Tony trying to do his best to survive. Arctic gets the kill to prevent Tony from falling, and Mags Up are gonna have to wait at least another 8 seconds to find a successful push. And right when you think they're about to get something going, it's another kill for Tony. 2 turn. Envor's on the other side capturing A, so although B might switch hands here, Going Rogue are already having their plan of action. AC hold for now, and onboard might not be done. Perfect shots from him. It's the spike grenade that keeps him out of B, and suddenly it's a back-breaking trip cap that's in store.
Going Rogue have been playing a step above Mags Up literally all game long, and it's been really tough. Mags Up, they had a bit of time, but it looks like that time might just be up. They go after Alpha. They're gonna have to take Bravo at the same time. They're not gonna be able to do so. And just like that, Going Rogue are gonna pull off the sweep. They're gonna be moving forward. They're now one round away from making it to Thursday.
Yeah, just not the result that Mags Up was looking for, and they'll have to go back to the drawing board. I do want to see this team stick together, try to figure out what some of those problems were, and come out next week and see if they can fix them. But